Yo, what's up guys? So in this video I'm going to teach you a really nice and really visual color change that you can do pretty much anywhere, anytime. So this color change is based on or inspired by two other color changes, one of them being the hinge change by Jean Hugard. Shoot, I thought it was Jane Huggard. That one can be found in Card Manipulations Volume 2. Now the other change I'm talking about is the winter change by John Cornelius. Now I've always loved this change, it's one of my favorite changes to do, but I've always found it a little difficult to get into. So I've just combined the two and I made a really nice change that is fairly easy to do, but there's one little part in it that might take a little bit of practice, but I know you guys are dedicated to the art and I know you can get it. So let's get into it! Alright, so here's how you do the windshield change. Now, the first thing you have to do is have a card selected and controlled to the bottom of the deck. The way I did it is with Ed Marlowe's Convincing Control. I've tried it before, but any way you can get that card to the bottom of the deck is up to you, and either method works just fine. Now, what you're going to do is show the top card, and it's just a single card, it's not a double lift, which is the great thing about this move. Now what you're going to do is you're going to have a reason to square the deck, alright? So you're going to show the top card, you can say, hey look, is the top card your card? They say no, it's somewhere in the middle of the deck. Now you see the deck is messy, so you have a reason to come over and sort of square the deck. Alright, so in the squaring action, they're going to steal the bottom card, sort of like a side steal type action, alright? So you show the top card, they say no, it's not their card, dribble the deck, now you come over, and you want to grasp the deck that's closest to the tip of your fingers, alright? So you grasp the deck right here, and you're going to take these fingers, and this hand should hide this finger motion as you sort of scoot that card towards your palm, alright? So you're going to do that. And this is the situation you want to be in right now. Of course, this hand hides everything. Now, what you're going to do is, as you're doing all this, squaring the deck and pushing that card aside, you're going to sort of wiggle your hand like this to show that your hand's empty. Or if you're bold, you can actually do this, turn it like this, just to hide that side-jogged card. Now, what's going to happen is you're going to continue pulling in that card toward your hand with these fingers, alright? So you're here, and you're going to sort of, I guess, palm the card, alright? So you're going to allow that card to sort of revolve. This is exposed view, revolve around into your hand like this. You're going to clip it there with your thumb. Alright, so fully exposed, you show the top card, you dribble the deck. They say no, it's not their card. Take these fingers. In the squaring action, pull that card to the side like this. As you take your hand, sort of wiggle it around like this, continuing to stretch your fingers out. Thus, it's not really a palm, you're just clipping the card to your hand with your thumb, alright? So you're like this, revolving that card face up as you clip it there with your thumb like this. Now, as soon as that happens, what you're going to do is, and by the way, you want to make it to where the card is not past your fingers, alright? So you want to keep it right there on your hand like this. That way, you can have a wide spread of your hand to show it's empty as you're doing the change. Alright, so we're here. We've stolen the card in the side jog position. We're continuing to stretch the fingers, revolving the card face up into that clip palm, I guess you could call it. Not really a clip palm, but you know what I mean. Now what you're going to do is sort of glide the card across your thumb like this. Now this is the classic winter change motion. So you're this is what it looks like from this side. You're sort of waving over the deck, but your hand looks completely empty because that thumb is just allowing that card to stay in your palm as you move your hand back and forth. Alright, so we're here, we're moving the card around like this, and what you're going to do is move your thumb out of the way when you want to have the change happen, and as you come down, you're going to square that card with the deck flush like this, and you don't want to stop your hand, alright? You want to continue moving your hand down as the change happens, alright? So I like to just go through once and then come back up as just a magical gesture. So once again, start to finish, fully exposed in sort of slow motion, alright? So you control the card at the bottom of the deck, And I don't need to go over the control because you probably know 100. So you show the top card as not theirs. A bummer. It's not supposed to be there anyway, alright? So whatever you want to say. Now you dribble the deck, and like I said, you want to dribble it off center, alright? So it's closest to your fingertips like this. That way the hand hides that side still action. Now the second that card jumps out, you're going to sort of wiggle your fingers like this. And you say, look, all I had to do is wave my hand over the deck. That card revolves face up with the aid of the stretching of the fingers. Gets clipped to your hand with the aid of your thumb. Wave your hand around a couple of times when you want the change to happen. Square it with the deck, moving your thumb out of the way. Continue to move your hand like this in a waving motion, and the card has changed. Now, I might make this seem like it's an easy thing to do, but it actually does take quite a bit of practice. But once you play with it, you know, for a couple of days, maybe a week, I know you'll get it, so don't give up on it. The main thing you want to do is keep everything fluid and smooth, alright? So there can't be really any pauses in the whole thing. So that's why the wiggling of the fingers is also important, because you don't want to stay there for too long with just a, you know, like a frozen hand. That'll look kind of weird and might give it away. So the reason why you're doing that is also to shade the action of the side still, but also to show that your hand is empty. So that's a very important touch as well. Alright, so here's the whole thing one more time at full speed, just so you can see it again. Alright, so a card is chosen. And it doesn't matter which one it is, we'll use the Jack of Clubs there. It'll just stay in the middle of the deck, right around there. Now look, the top card, not your card, the 9 of Hearts, right? But watch, all I have to do is take my hand and give it a little wave over the deck, and look, the 9 of Hearts changes right into the Jack of Clubs, a little miracle. And here it is one more time, fully broken down, exposed view, alright? So card is chosen, controlled to the bottom of the deck by your favorite method. I like to use that Cole technique. So the top card is not yours, but watch, all I got to do is take my hand like this, give it a little wave over the deck, and it changes into your card. Alright guys, so as always, I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I really hope you like my new setup and my new background. I spent a couple of days doing it, and I've taken a little bit of time for me just to regroup myself and just to take a little break. Until next time, happy practicing. I love you guys.